Hi, everybody, and welcome in for softball doubleheader here on the Cougar Sports Network. As the 15-time Western States Conference champions, College of the Canyons Cougars, taking on perennial OCC or Orange Empire Conference powerhouse in the Riverside Tigers. I'm Matt Robinson, happy to have you along once again with us here on the Cougar Sports Network. Should be a good day for softball, a doubleheader. Weather's a little cold today, a little chilly here in Santa Clarita at Whitten Field, but still should turn into a pretty good ball game. Cougars right now 7-4. 7-4-1 actually we should see on the year, a .625 win percentage this season. Won their last time out against Moore Park, but they split that doubleheader series against Moore Park, taking on the Riverside Tigers here in a doubleheader at Whitten Field. Lineup for Riverside today: Tessa Black, Alexa View, then Sophia Franco-Collis, followed by Alicia Fitzgerald, then Alicia Rivera, Cheyenne Becerra, Janelle Malone, Ali Rosales, and Sarah Franco-Collis, as Allison Melgar will be the starter for the Cougars today. Melgar this season has been the ace for John Wismath's squad, a 1.65 ERA, 5-1 on the season, as her second pitch of the ball game over for a strike. Count even at 1-1. As that pitch misses inside. As we said, Melgar has been the ace this year, 5-1 on the season. This is her just fifth start of the year. The ERA has been very good at 1.65 as that one fouled away. She's made 8 appearances on the season, not including this game today. Pitched in 40 1/3. She's given up 32 hits, 15 runs, just 9 earned, with 15 walks and 28 strikeouts as that pitch fouled away. And again, for Melgar, she's just been solid in the circles. Been John Wismath's go-to this year. Anytime the Cougars find themselves in a bit of trouble, you can be certain to see Allison Melgar pop her head into the circle and go to work, as this one chopped up the middle. Unable to pick it up was the shortstop for the Cougars in Valerie Ramirez. And the leadoff runner aboard for Riverside. As Tessa Black gets on the error from Ramirez. Get you the Canyons defensive lineup in a moment. So here's Alexa View stepping in. Riverside getting themselves dialed in offensively. Foul ball going to be called. Home plate umpire is actually signaling for a foul ball, as View, I think, got hit with the baseball trying to bunt after it hit her bat. So she'll come back and everybody will go back to their spots. Again, View bunting, and this time she's going to be on, as the first baseman Gonzalez couldn't handle it. So a couple of early errors here on the Cougars. Both balls were playable. And runners on first and second here for Riverside. And Sophia Franco-Collis will step in. So not the start that the Cougars wanted. We'll see if Melgar can keep runs off the board. Instead, she pops Sophia Collis in the elbow. So already the base is loaded here for Riverside. First pitch to Fitzgerald over for a strike. This one chopped towards first. It's going to bring a run home. So Riverside on the board here in the first, as Fitzgerald grounds out to first for the first out of the inning. As Black scores, so Black reached on an error, View reached on an error, Franco Colas was hit by a pitch, and now Alicia Rivera stepping in. First pitch, Rivera over for a strike. Rivera this year, 350, 14 hits and 40 at-bats with a home run and 10 runs batted in for Riverside. She takes that one for a strike, and the count 0-2. Good pitch from Melgar that time. Able to freeze Rivera. Rivera, sophomore out of Wilhelmina Carter in Rialto. Takes that pitch up. Melgar trying to change the level, couldn't get her to offer. First pitch today, right about 12:02 in the afternoon. As we said, temp, it's a cool one today in Santa Clarita. 55 degrees at first pitch, as this one fouled straight back into the screen. Mix of sun and clouds today, and it's pretty calm. Not a lot of wind to speak of today, as we'll check the wind for you. Always important here at Whitten Field, as the ball can sometimes be pushed around and changed a bit. That pitch misses up. Count 2-2. Wind max today of about 18 miles an hour at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but right now between 5 and 15 miles an hour out of the south-southwest. As that pitch just misses. So it's a 3-2 count with runners on second and third here for Rivera. It's Melgar's pitch on the inside corner, called strike 3. Nice pitch from Melgar as she freezes Alicia Rivera. First strikeout of the day for Melgar. 2 down here in the first. And it'll bring Becerra to the plate. Becerra, 321 on the year, 18 hits and 56 at-bats as she fouls the first pitch off to the right. Ball chopped towards third. Memory Munoz will pick it up and throw Becerra out. So all things considered, the Cougars give up a run even though the bases were loaded. First 3 batters got on, but Riverside only able to push one across at the end of a half an inning. Tigers 1, Cougars nothing. Coming to the plate.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
One to nothing Riverside after half an inning. Cougars lineup today for John Wismath in his 15th season. Ashlyn Heck will lead things off. Lisa Motes, the catcher, in the 2 spot. Then Brianne Tall, the left fielder, batting 3rd. Vanessa Reyes, the DP, followed by Alyssa Silva. Then Valerie Ramirez, Gabriela Gonzalez getting the start here today. Memory Munoz in the 8th spot and Caitlin Soto in the 9th spot. Facing Cara Van Houten, the starter for Riverside. Cara this year 0-6 on the season in 7 starts, a 7.54 ERA. This is her 10th appearance of the season, and just has been snake bitten in terms of picking up wins as she'll face the Cougars here today. That pitch on the inside called for a strike. Van Houten this year only 26 innings pitched. He's given up 38 hits in those 26 innings. 33 runs, 28 of those earned. And has been low on the strikeouts and walk numbers, just 15 walks and 11 strikeouts this season. And she's ahead to Heck here. As the count 1-2. Heck in the leadoff spot today. That's been Lisa Mote's spot for most of the year, but Heck moving up, hitting .452 on the year as that one popped up to left. And View running over will make the catch, 1 down. So first out here, the home half of the first. This is a 1-2 count here to Tall. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. Misses just low. And so it evens the count at 2-2. It's a tough pitch to not get the call on for Van Houten, as it looked pretty solid there against Tall. So the 2-2 pitch misses down and away, and the count now full. Cougars trying to get a base runner on, trailing 1-0 after Riverside loaded the bases in the first and just pushed 1 run across. Tall takes that pitch down, and she's able to work a walk. So the Cougars get a runner aboard here in the first. And Melgar, who's hitting in place of the DP, Vanessa Reyes.
Like someone who can hit, but then you can get like someone else to go in and run, do the athletic side.
So Melgar hitting in place of the DP, Vanessa Reyes, as Melgar is the flex today. Melgar 387 on the year, 12 hits and 31 at-bats as she pops this one in the air on the infield. Playable for either Franco Collis or Rosales. They'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Cougars get a 2-out walk, but nothing else. We head to the second inning, 1-0 in favor of Riverside.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Top half of the second we go. Janelle Malone, Ali Rosales, and Sarah Franco-Collis, the scheduled hitters. For the Tigers here in their half of the second inning. First pitch over for a strike. Malone this year batting 174, has just 4 hits and 14 at-bats. Sorry, we should correct that, 23 at-bats this year, but this is her 15th start of the season as she checks her swing and fouls it away. And Melgar way ahead here, 0-2. As we said, Melgar's really been the go-to this year for College of the Canyons. She's kind of the one that comes in whenever they need her. She's pitched in just about every game this year. She did not pitch in either game against Moore Park, which is interesting. First time this year we have not had Melgar make some sort of an appearance. I think actually she didn't pitch against Fullerton though either, so just the third or fourth time this year she has not pitched. Against El Camino last weekend here at Whitten Field, pitched in 9 total innings, went 7, went the complete game 3-2 win over El Camino in game number 1, and then in the second game against Cypress came in and finished it off as they won 15-11 and picked up just a hold as the Cougars were able to come away with the victory. As the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Malone down in the dirt. Good job from Malone to stay off that one. Malone on a 2-game hitting streak, so starting to find her rhythm a little bit, but has not had a lot of at-bats over the last 12 games. Last 2 games she's been able to pick up starts. Had 3 at-bats in each of those 2 games. Had 2 hits against Saddleback and a hit against Golden West. Before that, just had 4 at-bats in the previous 6 games. She fouls this one away, and the count is still 3-2. Her best game of the year was against Saddleback with 2 hits and 3 at-bats. Otherwise, the only other games she's had 3 at-bats in were against Bakersfield and LA Mission. Had just 1 hit in those 6 at-bats. So just has not had a lot of really good opportunities as she pops this one up into left. Tall out there to make the catch. 1 away here in the second. Ali Rosales stepping in. As she'll face Melgar with 1 away. Rosales in her 16th game of the year, just 6 for 41, batting a .146 with 5 runs batted in. Another one of the Tigers near the bottom of the order that's struggling to find their way a little bit as she fouls that one away, and Melgar way ahead here, 0-2. Melgar looking at that wrist brace as the pitch called out from the dugout. This one chopped in front of the mat or the circle, and Munoz picks it up and throws it away. So the 3rd error in the ball game already on Canyons. They had 2 in the first that led to a Riverside run. Rosales on with an error. As now Sarah Franco-Collis, the DP, will step in. The Franco-Collis sisters have been 2 of the leaders for Riverside this year. Sarah, 12 for 32, batting .375, has a home run and 9 runs batted in, hitting out of the 9 spot here today. Chance to try and drive in another one as she swings over the first pitch. That's a good pitch from Melgar, gets her to swing and miss. And Melgar again working ahead in the count, as she's done for most of the day today. That one on the inside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-2. So credit Allie, she's been working ahead, has not been helped out by the defense so far here today. Hope that wasn't rain that I just saw dripping down. That would be very bad as she gets Franco Collis on strikes. Second strikeout of the day for Melgar. 2 away here in the second. Yep, seeing some rain, so gonna have to start making some adjustments here potentially to our setup. As Black back up, hits this one in the air. It's going to be a long run for Heck. It'll fall for a base hit. Scoring from second base is Rosales. And Black in with a 2-out double, and it's 2-0 in favor of Riverside. Didn't hit it hard, but hit it right where nobody on the Cougar defense could get to it. So Black into second, and Alexa View stepping in, who reached on an error in her first at bat. View this season coming into the game just 9 for 46, batting a .196. Reached on an error in her first at bat. First pitch misses down. Next pitch for a called strike makes it 1-1. View swings and misses. As it's 1-2 here to View. Two balls, two strikes, the count here to View. Is that one called strike 3, third strikeout for Melgar as she sets down View. And so Riverside gets one here in the second off the double from Black that brought home Rosales. We head to the home half of the second inning. 2-0 in favor of Riverside here from Whitten Field. Home half of the second inning, Silva, Ramirez, and Gonzalez, the scheduled hitters for Canyons, trying to get themselves on the board as they trail 2-0. Alyssa Silva this year, just her 8th start of the season, 7 for 21, hitting .333 this year. Has 4 runs batted in, getting the start at second base today. Takes the first pitch away. And she faces Van Houten here in the second. So the Cougar defense not helping out here early on. A couple of early errors has led to a couple of runs for Riverside. Already 3 errors in the ballgame on COC. Trying to turn things around on the offensive side. The 2-0 pitch misses up and away. And so Silva way ahead here, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch nearly hits Silva. She leaps over the top of it. And the Cougars will lead off runner aboard here in the second inning. And it'll bring us Valerie Ramirez. Ramirez, the shortstop for the Cougars. Batting .286 on the year. This is her 10th start of the season. Just 6 hits and 21 at-bats. As the first pitch misses up and away. Cougars like to try and run. 30 stolen bases on the year. They've only been caught 4 times. So a pretty good clip when you think about it. We'll see if they go in motion, and they will here. Throw down to second, not in time, gets out into center field. So Silva into second base with a stolen base. The Cougars with a runner in scoring position here in the second. This is 2 balls and no strikes here to Ramirez. Cougars trailing 2-0. Riverside with runs in the first and in the second as that pitch misses down. And so Van Houten, after working a pretty clean first, only gave up the walk to Tall. Finds herself behind in the count 3-0. And that's going to bring a conversation out to the mound from Riverside. That's the Tigers pitching coach Felicia Mendoza. Felicia Mendoza going to go out and have a chat here with Van Houten. Riverside this year, if we didn't give you a record, 7-10 on the season. Playing in the Orange Empire Conference. 5-4 at home, but just 2-5 on the road. They did win their last game, as they picked up a 9-3 win over Golden West in a conference game, as they have already started their conference season. That's kind of the difference between some of the other conferences and the Western States Conference. Is the Western States has not yet started their conference season. Cougars conference season doesn't get started for another couple of games here. They'll actually get one game in against Citrus. That'll be their first conference game of the year. As Ramirez works a walk, so the Cougars with runners on first and second now. And that'll bring Gabriela Gonzalez to the plate. As talked about, you'll get one game against Citrus, their first conference game of the year, on Thursday the 10th at 2:30. And then they'll play Cuesta for 2, which is non-conference, before going back into their conference season. Cougars trying to steal third, and they do. Silva slides in, the throw gets out into left field. Silva will score. And the Cougars get on the board here in the second inning as Silva steals another bag and comes around. The first pitch to Gonzalez was a strike. So the Cougars cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. Gonzalez 2 for 3 so far this year, just her first start of the season, only her 5th game of the year. Does have 1 run batted in coming into today's game. She's behind in the count, 0-2. Swings and hits this one right back up the middle, off the glove of Van Houten, out into center field. Trying to score from second base is Ramirez. She does. And out at second base trying to advance is Gonzalez. But she drives in a run, and the Cougars have tied the game at 2. On the RBI single from Gabriela Gonzalez, as that'll bring up Memory Munoz. So the Cougars get 2, and they'll reset the inning with 1 away. First pitch to Munoz for a strike. Memory this year, 143. 2 for 14, but starting her 11th game of the season as she shows bunt, tries to bunt it up the first base line, and it's foul. So she's behind at the count, 0-2. So the Cougars get 2 here in the second after giving up runs in the first and the second. Van Houten's pitch misses up and away. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Munoz this year's really been pretty solid defensively, although we've seen her make an error here in the game today, but that's kind of why she's been in the lineup consistently for Coach Wismath, is that defense is there at third. The bat not really what she's being asked to bring there. She strikes out. So 2 away. First strikeout of the day for Van Houten. And Soto swings at the first pitch, lines it into center field in a slick play by Black to take away what might have been a base hit. And we head to the 3rd inning. The score tied at 2 here from Whitten Field. Cougars and the Riverside Tigers on a Saturday, 1st of 2. Third inning here from Whitten Field. Tigers and the Cougars tied up at 2. Sophia Franco-Collis at the plate. Was hit by a pitch in her first at-bat. Was stranded out at second base as she'll hit here in the 3rd against Melgar. Sophia this year, 405 on the season. 17 hits and 42 at-bats. The leading hitter for the Tigers this year. The clouds have fully rolled in here at Whitten Field. It's a 1-2 count to Sophia Collis. Sophia Franco-Collis, we should say. She takes that pitch up. So we sent Sophia this year 405. Just has 5 runs batted in, batting out of the 3 spot, not getting a lot of opportunities, but she does have 5 extra base hits, all doubles. She hits this one on the ground to the right side. That'll get through for a base hit as she's down to first just in time ahead of the throw. So leadoff single for Sofia Franco-Collis. And that'll bring us to Alicia Fitzgerald, who grounded to first in her first at bat. Riverside this year as a group, the offense has been pretty good. In 17 games this year, 126 hits, which is top 30 in the state, 26 doubles, which is top 20 in the state, just 4 home runs. They've driven in 59, which is top 40 in California as well. And they get a lot of at-bats as well. 439 at-bats through 17 games this year, which is 17th most. As we said, they've already played a few conference games. They get hit quite a bit too. 10 times they've been hit by pitches coming into today's game. Already one here today, so you can make it 11. As Fitzgerald takes that for a strike. But the offense has certainly been there for Riverside this year. As this one hit down the line and left, and it's a foul ball, so everybody will come back to their spots. Fitzgerald this year, 18 for 48 now on the season, averaged just under 375. Riding a 3-game hitting streak. 3 for her last 9 as she takes that pitch down. And the count now full. At one point this year, had a 10-game hitting streak, but snapped that against Santa Ana. And has kind of slowed off just 3 hits in her last 13 at-bats as she fouls this one away. And the count stays at 3-2. Sofia Franco-Collis over at first base has not attempted to steal this year. Riverside, a low stolen base team, just 4 for 7 this year. As it's going to be a walk. The throw out into center field by Moats doesn't hurt as Franco-Collis just stays at second base. So a leadoff single and a walk, 2 aboard here for Riverside in the third. It's Alicia Rivera stepping in, who struck out her last time up. Rivera, 14 for 41, average now dipping below 350. 4 doubles, a home run, and 10 runs batted in. Got frozen by a beautiful pitch from Melger back in the first. She's only struck out 4 times this year. She's walked 10 times. As she stands in ahead in the count 1-0, Melger trying to find the zone. Worked ahead through the first 2. Trying to re-find it. And she gets that one over for a strike. So we wait on a 1-1. That one hits Rivera. And so the base is loaded full of Tigers once again. Second batter Melger is hit today. And Cheyenne Becerra will step in. Becerra grounded to third last time up. For 57 now on the year, average just below 320. With 7 runs batted in, chance to try and pick up a few more here. She's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Sarah out of the right-handed batter's box. Kind of stands with a closed stance as she fouls this one up the third base line into the dugout. The count even at 1-1. Melger trying to work out of a bases-loaded jam for the second time today. This time self-induced. In the first inning had the bases loaded. Defense not helping her out with a couple of errors. Here in the third, she gave up a leadoff single to Sofia Franco-Collis, then walked Fitzgerald and hit Rivera. It's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes here against Becerra. This ball lifted on the infield. Ramirez makes the play. It was infield fly, though, so the batter out on the ball in the air with the bases loaded. So 1 down. As here's Malone at the plate.
Center fielder number 13, Ashlyn Heck. Number 18, left fielder, Whitten Field. Number 22, Allison Melgar.
So welcome back into the Cougar Sports Network. Sorry, we were trying to cover up some gear. Got a little bit of sprinkles coming in, and for electronics, that is never a good thing. And unfortunately, that's what you need to have to broadcast games. So trying to get everything solved and covered and keep it dry so we can keep bringing you this one as the game goes on.
COC's fire tech.
The Cougars get one back after Riverside got one in the third. Leadoff triple from Ashlyn Heck. And then a single from Brianne Tall to bring Heck home from third. And now Melgar at the plate, who just hit a sharp line drive down the line, but just foul. Hitting with 2 strikes against. Melgar hits this one in the air towards center field. Black drifting back will be able to get there for the second out of the inning, or the final out of the inning, we should say. I missed that.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
So top half of the fourth we go. It's a 3-all ball game. Riverside got one in the third. The Cougars got one back in the third. And they actually, Melgar was the final out of the inning. Tall was called out for leaving early at first base. So now we go to Sarah Franco Collis, who struck out in her first at bat, hitting here in the fourth. First pitch. Grounded foul. So that pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Melger's pitch misses down. So 1-2 count here to Sarah Franco Collis, who hits it in the air. Heck able to make the play. One down here in the fourth. Tessa Black coming up. Black 1 for 2 with a double. A run scored and a run batted in. She hits against Melger here in the fourth inning. That one hit in the air to left field, but Bree Tong going to be out there to make the catch. Drifting back, 2 away. And here comes Alexa View. View 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded, reached first on an error actually, on a ground ball. Back in that first inning. First pitch misses down. View 11 total bases this year. Just 9 hits in 46 at-bats. Now 48 on the day. Doesn't have a run batted in. Does have a triple though. Has scored 10 times this season, so when she gets on, she scores. That's kind of been the MO for her this year. She talk about with View, 9 hits, has walked 5 times. The strikeout numbers are a bit high at 13. She's just 1 for 2 on the base pass, so she takes that one down. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. She pops this one in foul territory just in front of the Riverside dugout, and she'll come back to the plate with a bit of new life. This is a 2-ball, 2-strike count. 2 away here in the fourth inning. Riverside has had runs in the first, second, and third as that one hit in the air to right field. Soto positioned perfectly will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning, the first of the day for Melger. We head to the home half of the fourth in a 3-all ball game here from Whitten Field.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Cougars after the tilt against Mission on the 17th, March 26th, this Saturday, a doubleheader versus Santiago Canyon. And for a doubleheader, Santiago Canyon, your Cougars on the 26th at noon and 2.
So it'll be Alyssa Silva, followed by Valerie Ramirez and Gabriela Gonzalez. For the Cougars here in the home half of the fourth inning. Trying to find their first lead of the ball game as it's been Riverside leading 1-0, 2-0, and then 3-2. Ramirez walked, stole a base, scored a run in the second. Timeout on the field as I think a ball came out on the field, or the left fielder's hat actually view. I think had thrown it in foul ground, had to go pick it back up. That pitch over for a strike to Silva. This one hit back up the middle, right to the second base bag, but it's going to be a base hit here for Silva. She's on. And the Cougars with the leadoff runner aboard in the fourth inning. As here comes Valerie Ramirez. It's an infield single for Silva, who's 1 for 1 now on the day and has reached both times. Ramirez walked and scored in the second, as they both scored on the Gonzalez at bat. Silva scoring after stealing bases. Ramirez scoring on the Gonzalez single. And so the middle of the order so far for Canyons has done their job getting on base. Is that one over for a strike against Ramirez? Valerie, 286 on the year, 6 for 21. That ball going to get back to the screen. A wild pitch by Van Houten. So Soto going to move up, or Silva, excuse me, going to move up to second base. And now runner in scoring position, nobody out. Wonder Ramirez misses away. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and a runner on second base here in the fourth inning. Canyons looking for their first lead of the ball game. That one hit foul up the right side. Ramirez will stay put. The 2-2 hit in the air towards right center field. The right fielder Malone going to make the catch. Tagging is Silva at second base. And she will move up. So Ramirez flies out but moves the runner 60 feet. And it'll bring us to Gabriela Gonzalez. Had the RBI single in the second inning. Gonzalez now 3 hits and 4 at-bats on the year. She was thrown out, though, trying to advance to second on the throw. Swings and fouls the first pitch away. Misses outside. 1-1 count here. Gonzalez fouls that one away. Gonzalez fouls that one away. Gonzalez has kind of been in and out. As we said, only 3 at-bats coming into today's game. Had a hit against Cypress, had a hit against Santa Barbara off the bench. As that one gets back to the screen, trying to score is Silva, and she does. So Silva scores, and the Cougars take their first lead of the ball game on a wild pitch. As Silva comes around to score after she led the inning off with a single. And it's 4-3 COC. As Gonzalez down on strikes. Second strike into the game for Van Houten. 2 down, and Memory Munoz stepping in. Munoz struck out last time up. This one hit on the ground towards short. Sophia Franco-Collis picks it up and throws Munoz out at first. And that will end the Cougar fourth. But the Cougars pick up a run, and they have their first lead of the ball game at 4-3. We head to the 5th inning. Canyons and Riverside here from Whitten Field, game number 1 of a doubleheader.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a 1-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
People are constantly hiring. There's always a need for first responders. When I graduated from this program, I got a job within a month.
To the top of the 5th, leading off for the Tigers, number 12, shortstop Sophia Franco-Collis.
Fifth inning we go. Cougars making an adjustment here. Not sure what's happening, but I saw Soto walk to the bench. Or it was actually Silva walking to the bench. Alyssa Silva walking to the bench. And I'm not sure why. So the Cougars will make a defensive change here. Not sure what's going on with Alyssa Silva right now, but she's lifted, and taking over for her at second base is Elizabeth Rowe here. As it'll be Sophia Franco-Collis, Alicia Fitzgerald, and Alicia Rivera scheduled hitters for Riverside here in their 5th. Some drops of rain still starting to come down. This one hit on the ground, out into left field for a base hit. So Sophia Franco-Collis now 2 for 2. And she's reached all 3 times. Cougars with a 4-3 lead, had 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Riverside with 1 run in the first, second, and third. Now find themselves behind for the first time today. Here's Fitzgerald, who's 0 for 1, walked and grounded to first. First pitch down in the dirt, and Moat's not going to be able to pick it up. So it'll move Sophia Franco-Collis down to second base. And it puts the tying run in scoring position here for Riverside, the 5th. Pitch inside, nearly nicks Fitzgerald. Grounded foul up the third base line. So Melger gets herself back into the count with a good pitch on the inner half. This is 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch from Melger in for a strike, and it evens the count at 2-2. It's a good pitch from Allie that time. Right on the inner half. 2-2 pitch hit foul. So we'll go to work again at 2-2. This one hit in the air on the right side, and it'll get down in foul territory. So Fitzgerald coming right back. Fitzgerald has been really good this year for Riverside. 383 coming into today's game. Her and the Franco-Collis sisters have really been the ones that have driven the offensive bus for Riverside. Rivera has been a nice help as well, hitting just over 350. As that pitch misses up, Melger came with some heat up in the zone and just missed. Count now full at 3-2. Melger trying to get the first out of the inning here. As the 3-2 pitch misses just inside. Second time Melger has walked Fitzgerald today. Second walk of the ball game issued by Melger. And now Alicia Rivera stepping in. This is the dangerous part of the lineup for Riverside. The 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters have all been very good for them this year. Actually, the 3, 4, 5 hitters have all been very good for them this year. View has had a tough year. This one grounded towards short. Ramirez to third for 1, and that's the only out they're going to get. So Rivera on with a fielder's choice. Cougars get the lead runner. And Sophia Franco-Collis is set down. 6-5 for the first out. And Cheyenne Becerra stepping in, who's 0 for 2. She popped up to the shortstop and grounded to third. As she swings at the first pitch, it goes off the glove of Ramirez, who was diving to try and make the play. That'll be a base hit for Becerra. It'll load the bases up here for Riverside with one away. As Malone steps in, who's 0 for 2. She flew out to left field both times up. She's actually 0 for 1, as her last time was a sacrifice fly to left field. She swings and grounds this pitch up the third base line, foul. Melger just misses on that pitch. Makes it 2-1. Malone on a 2-game hitting streak. Trying to extend it here and tie the ball game back up. That pitch just misses down. Looking pitch from Melger again. And she battles through the bases loaded here in the 5th. Third time today, Riverside has had 3 runners on with less than 2 outs. And both times, Melger's only given up 1 run. This one lifted in the air, down the line and left, and it's a foul ball. Sprinkles still coming and going at this point, so the weather is starting to show up. It's only about a 40% chance of rain in the forecast today. This one hit back up the middle for a base hit. Heck will field it and get it back into the infield, but a run comes across for Riverside, and they've tied the game at 4 on an RBI single from Malone. And that'll bring Rosales back in. Cougars gonna get together in the circle and talk about things right now. Try and settle Melger down just a little bit. Hasn't been her sharpest day, but she's kept the team in it. Has had the bases loaded against her 3 times. First inning it was really helped out by the Cougar defense as they made 2 errors in that first inning. Faced the bases loaded with nobody out in the 3rd, got out of it with only giving up a run. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the 5th and has given up a run so far as she faces Rosales now. Melger working behind. You can kind of see her on the camera check that wrist guard on her left wrist. All of the Cougars have those on their glove side, as that's how they know what pitch is coming. It's being called out from the dugout. It's a series of numbers, and it coincides with something on the wrist brace. Kind of helps the defense be prepared. As that pitch over for a strike, and Melger back in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sprinkle's starting to show up a little harder now. You can start to see some drops of rain a little bit coming through. So this one fouled away. So 2-2 count here to Rosales. This ball hit in the air on the infield. Infield fly rule is in effect, so Melger gets the second out of the inning on a pop-up on the infield that's retired by Ramirez. That'll bring Sarah Franco-Collis to the plate, who's 0 for 2, flew out and struck out. This would be a big out to get for Melger again. This one hit right back to her softly, and she makes the play. So Melger gives up just one. Riverside leaves the bases loaded in the 5th. It's 4-all as we head to the home half here from Whitten Field.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
So the rain has started to show up here. Umbrellas all starting to come out, including ours. Trying to find any spot to keep things dry as we go to the home half of the 5th inning. Scheduled hitters for the Cougars are Soto, Heck, and Moats.
Here come the Cougars leading off, number 3, right fielder,
Soto 0 for 1, snapping in. Going to work, trying to get the leadoff runner aboard for Canyons here in the 5th inning. The first pitch fouled straight back. You can really see the sprinkles starting to hit. They're starting to show up even on our cameras. That one missed and called for a strike, so it's 0-2 here to Soto. And she's down on strikes. Third strikeout of the ball game for Van Houten. One away, and Ashlyn Heck stepping in. Heck tripled and scored in the 3rd inning. 1 for 2 today. And she swings and rips the first pitch into center field for a base hit. So Heck now 2 for 3 on the day. A sharp single out into center field. As here's Lisa Moats, who's 0 for 2. Moats, who's been the best hitter in the lineup for most of the year and been the leadoff hitter for most of the season, now in the 2 spot, as her and Heck have flip-flopped. Takes the first pitch up and away. She hits this one in the air towards center field. Black calling for it, will make the catch. 2 down here in the 5th. And now Brianne Tall going to come to the plate. Tall had an RBI hit back in the 3rd. Was called out after leaving early. Hits this one in the air to center field, and Black going to make the catch. Tall is retired, so the Cougars get a 1-out single from Heck, but that's it. We head to the 6th inning in a 4-all ball game here from Whitten Field.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
We're okay.
The clock for the sixth, leading off for the Cougars. Number 7, left fielder Tessa Black. But the more rain we get.
As we go to work here, the rain has started to pick up in the 6th inning. As it's going to be Blackview and Franco Collis to hit. We'll see if we continue on here in the inning as the rain has really started to pick up now. Real quick, Grandma Trujillo saying hi to Sophia, sitting over here to our left. She's very excited. Just wanted to say hi. Out here braving the rain like the rest of us. As it has picked up quite a bit. And I wonder how much longer we'll go. I mean, you can't really tarp the field. It's a softball field, so it's all dirt, but we go to work. It's a 1-1 count. This one hit back up the middle. Melger got a glove on it, but Black going to be able to reach first. And everybody's starting to move to try and get themselves covered up.
Number 8, left fielder Blackview.
And it'll bring Alexa View back to the plate. 0 for 3 today. As we'll play through it for now. View showing bunt, bunts it foul. Try and keep everything dry. This one bunted up the first base line. Melger's only play is going to be to first, and she'll set down View.
Number 29, first baseman
For the first out here of the 6th inning.
batting shortstop, number 12, Sophia Franco Collis.
So a runner on second base now. Sophia Franco Collis coming in with 1 away. This one hit to second base. Right at Rowe, who makes the play. 2 down.
Number 29, first baseman Alicia Fitzgerald.
And now Alicia Fitzgerald stepping in. Fitzgerald 0 for 1, has walked twice. Tap pitch in for a strike. Good pitch from Melger that time on the outer half. Trying to work through the weather, work through the 4-4 ball game here in the 6th. That one over for a strike, and it's 0-2 here to Fitzgerald. Melger's pretty much stayed away from Fitzgerald so far today. Has kind of been very careful with her at the plate. As the cleanup hitter for Riverside can be very dangerous, but she sets her down on 3 pitches this time. And seems the rain has smarked Allie Melger here as she sets down the side with giving up just a leadoff single to Black. 4th strikeout for Melger. We head to the home half of the 6th in a 4-4 ball game as the rain has shown up here at Whitten Field.
The restaurant and hotel business is the second largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry we choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Let me go back. Melgar, Silva, and Ramirez, the scheduled hitters, although I think they're going to, no, actually Silva out in the on-deck circle, so she'll come back in. Rowe had taken over for her. So we're in the 6th, 4-all ball game. That pitch bounces. This one hit down the line and left. That'll get down just foul. And so Melgar will come back to the plate. So we're in the bottom of the 6th. Rain is picking up as we speak. So Melgar works on a 1-2 pitch from Van Houten, or 1-1 pitch from Van Houten and takes it. That pitch misses away, and Melgar now ahead 3-1. Canyons just needing base runners here in the 6th. It's a 4-4 ball game. Umbrellas have shown up. Melgar drives this one into left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. And Melgar will stay put at first. So Canyons with a leadoff runner aboard. Melgar with a sharp line drive. And it'll bring Alyssa Silva to the plate as soon as we get the substitution for Melgar here. Soto at the plate, first pitch swinging, grounds it to third. They get the lead runner in Reyes at second base, but Soto down to first. So Soto retired, Silva on with a fielder's choice, and now Valerie Ramirez stepping in. His first pitch to Ramirez over for a called strike. The rain has now really started to come down. I know if you're not from Southern California, you're like, oh, that's not rain. As that one gets through the catcher's legs, Rivera. And Soto now down to second base. But here in Southern California where it's sunny 95% of the year, any type of weather will cause problems. And this is certainly a type of weather we are having right now. It's interesting. So go back to work. Pitch misses up from Van Houten. As we've learned, though, coaches will play through a monsoon to get games in, Coach Wiz included, as Ramirez fouls this one away. Sun's starting to poke through the clouds. That would be some help here if we can get this rain to go away. As Ramirez in a 3-2 count with a runner at second base and one away. Down on strikes. Good pitch from Van Houten there. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez today, 1 for 2. She hits this one on the ground towards third. It goes off the glove of Becerra. And Gonzalez down to first base as she reaches here in the 6th. Canyons will send Memory Munoz to the plate. Or will they? Maybe Munoz might be getting lifted here for a pinch hitter. So the Cougars will hit for Memory Munoz here in the 6th inning. As they'll have Sofia Trujillo come to the plate here. Sofia 1 for 10 on the year. Big spot for her. Runners on first and second with 2 away, and the rain has now kind of stopped up a little bit here for Trujillo's at bat coming off the bench. This is a tough spot in a 4-4 ball game in the 6th inning. She takes that pitch for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch misses away. Good eye from Trujillo there. Grandma over there cheering her on. She waits on the 2-1 pitch. Takes that for a strike on the inside corner. And now she's got to work with 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. A 4-4 ball game here in the 6th inning. Canyons trying to push a run across and retake the lead going into the 7th. That pitch misses down. So it's a full count, 3-2. Runners will get a head start here. With 2 away, Van Houten into the line, the pitch misses up, and Trujillo works a walk, and the base is loaded full of Cougars here in the 6th as we go to Caitlin Soto, who's 0 for 2, with the bases loaded and a chance to try and give the Cougars the lead here. I think they might hit for Soto here. We'll see. Now they're going to run for Trujillo. So Memory Munoz back in to run. She re-enters, so Trujillo does her job, gets on base. Grandma sitting off to our left, giving her a big round of applause after that as Soto now swings and lines this one up the middle, but not able to get to second base before Sofia Franco-Collis could step on. The bag was Gonzalez, and that'll end the inning. So Soto hit it, but didn't hit it quite hard enough. And the Cougars leave the bases loaded in the 6th. As we head to the 7th here in a 4-4 ball game.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
So Melgar back in the circle as we go to the 7th inning. Scheduled hitters for Riverside are Rivera, Becerra, and Malone. We're trying to clean off home plate right now, so it'll take a second here. It's going to be Rivera, who's 0 for 2 today. So the mud had kind of swallowed up home plate. Sun has come back out, so everybody trying to dry out a little bit here. Good pitch from Melgar to open up here in the 7th. In a 4-4 ball game. So it's 0-2 here to Rivera. Big at bat here in the 7th inning. As the heart of the order for Riverside coming up. Especially important because the Cougars have the top of the lineup set to come back around. Cougars without Julia Fuentes today, who's been a starter. She's not in the lineup. which is interesting as Fuentes has been one of the better hitters. It's a 2-2 count here. Smelger trying to work through the 7th. Good pitch. Gets Rivera to wave. 5th strikeout for Melger.
Number 15, third baseman Cheyenne Becerra.
One down and Becerra coming up. Melger's retired her last 4 batters faced. Becerra 1 for 3 today. Swings and grounds the first pitch foul up the third base line. Cougars had 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 4th. Riverside with 1 in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and added the tying run in the 5th. And that's where we stand right now in the ball game. It's 4-all. Both teams were blank in the 6th. Becerra waiting on a 1-2 pitch from Melger. Fastball on the outside, fouled away, and we'll do it again at 1-2. That pitch, a good one, just on the inside. Might have just missed the inner half. But a certainly good-looking pitch from here from Melger. Just didn't get Becerra to bite. As that was right on the string underneath the elbows on the plate. As the pitch grounded towards short, takes a big hop on Ramirez. She knocks it down and able to throw Becerra out at first. So good job by Ramirez, stays with it there. 2 away. And Janelle Malone will step in. Malone 1 for 2 today. Sacrifice fly, a couple of runs batted in. She hits here in the 7th with 2 away. Swings at the first pitch, lifts it on the air on the left side. Easy play for Tall. And we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. It's 4-all. The Cougars sending the top of the order to the plate when we come back.
Leading off for your Cougars, center fielder, number 13, Ashlyn Hack.
Top of the order here for the Cougars as Hack first pitch swinging, lifts it in the air towards center field. And Black moving over will make the catch. So 1 away, 1 quick out here in the 7th inning. Heck had been 2 for 3. But she's retired. And now Lisa Motes stepping in. Moats today does not have a hit in 3 at-bats. Now would be a good time to get one as she'd get on and give the Cougars a base runner, which is what they need, trying to push a run across and take this one in the 7th. Second game of the doubleheader scheduled to start about 25 minutes after this one. You'll have to switch over on our webcast to the other side as Moats lifts this one in the air on the infield, back of second base. And Rosales able to make the catch. 2 down. So now Brianne Tall, who's 1 for 2, drove in a run in the 3rd. Takes the first pitch. That one misses down. So Tall way ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. And now you're pretty much looking one spot. Just a pitch you can drive. Don't let Van Houten get you to chase here. And Van Houten gets her to chase with a rise ball. The count 2-1. Van Houten, who's gone the whole way here today, hasn't pitched badly. He's held the Cougars offense down. That one over for a strike. Canyons this year is a unit, batting .384 coming into the game today. And when you look at the numbers and their games this year as a unit that have been statted and put online, as there's a few that are missing, but 5th in the state in doubles with 17, 2nd in triples with 10, 94 hits on the year, which is 6th best. 64 runs on the year, which is 6th best. 54 RBIs, so certainly Canyons has done the job offensively, but today have been held down by Riverside as that one popped up. Van Houten the only one able to make the play as she stands right there, and that'll end the inning. So we head to the 8th in a 4-4 ball game here from Whitten Field. So we'll be back for extras when we come back.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
So Melger back out here for the 8th inning as Riverside will send Rosales, Sarah Franco-Collis, and Tessa Black to the plate. Rosales today 0 for 3. Melger working into the 8th. Hasn't had her best stuff today, but has been good enough as they put a runner on second base to open in the 8th inning here in softball. And it's the last out, and Janelle Malone as she'll stand at second base. That pitch over for a strike. Count is 1-1. So the runner at second. Some say conventional wisdom is to move that runner over to third immediately with the first batter of the inning and just try and pick up the run. Rosales trying to bunt, and she bunts it foul. Tipped right into Moats, who's all right. At least it's pretty tough behind the dish. So now with 2 strikes here, you force Rosales to battle. As we said, like we said, conventional wisdom along baseball people and softball people really since they've installed the runner at second base in extra innings is to move the runner around immediately and try and get her closer, just 1 bag away instead of 2. As that one a called strike on the inner half. 1 away here in the 8th inning. Good strikeout from Melger there as she sets down Rosales. Now Melger with 6 strikeouts in the ball game. 1 down, and here's Sarah Franco Collis. Collis 0 for 3 today, lined out last time up right back to Melger to leave the bases loaded in the 5th inning. She takes the first pitch up. Melger trying to come with some heat and just missed it high. So now with 1 out, now you ask Franco Collis and Black to try and drive in Malone from second base. So this one popped up on the infield. Melger standing underneath it makes the catch. And so 2 away, and we go back to the top of the order with Tessa Black, who's got 2 hits and 4 at bats today. Black singled in the 6th, doubled home a run in the 2nd, scored after reaching on an error in the 1st. She takes that pitch away. So now you ask Black to try and drive it in, and that's where we go back to that kind of the initial thought process with the runner on second base with the changes to move everybody over, but there's teams that subscribe to, no, we'd rather try for a big inning with that runner on second base and nobody out. It's like a leadoff double. And it can come back to bite you if you can't drive anybody in. And so far, Melger's been good with a strikeout and a pop-up on the infield, but she's behind 2 balls and no strikes here to Black. This one hit right back at Melger. Softly, she'll make the play. So she retires the side in order. And we head to the home half of the 8th inning. Cougars will put a runner on second base in a 4-4 ball game with a chance to try and walk it off when we come back. So we go here in the 8th inning, and Melger on the first pitch with a runner on second base bunts. And so that's we talked about in the last inning. What the initial thought process from a lot of teams has been. So Melger sacrifices 1-4 the out. And it brings up Silva now with Brianne Tall just standing at third base. 60 feet away. As Silva with a fly ball to the outfield or base hit will bring the run home. There's some discussion from the Riverside dugout on if there was a player that reported back in, and I think Silva did report back. As she'll hit here, takes that pitch away, and it's a 1-1 count. So Tall at third base, the winning run. Base hit for Canyons will walk it off. Or a deep fly ball to the outfield, and the Riverside outfield pretty much normal depth as that might do it. Deep to center field. Black had to go back on it, and Tall is going to score on a game-winning walk-off sacrifice fly from Alyssa Silva in the 8th inning. And the Cougars will take it 5-4 in game number 1.
Final totals for COC: 5 runs, 6 hits, 6 errors.
So the Cougars 5 runs, 6 hits on 6 errors.
3 hits, 2 errors.
4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for Riverside. The Cougars win at 5-4. Game number 2 of the doubleheader in about 25 minutes. Go ahead and switch over to that one here on YouTube. We'll have it for you as we'll switch over as well. Thank you for joining us for game number 1. We hope to see you for game number 2 here from Whitten Field.